I'm standing in one of the defining battlefields in the military history of South Africa. If you talk about a place where amaXhosa executed a brilliant military attack against a formidable enemy with superior firepower, this is one of the battlefields. It was in April 1846 when the Waterloo War veteran, Major General John Hare, the Knight of Hanover, assembled a large army in Grahamstown, now called Makhanda. He moved with his army from Grahamstown to the place where I'm standing. The army came from that direction, from Grahamstown. It crossed the road to Middledrift and marched here. You can see here on my right is Fort Cox College of Education. So it was where there was also a military fort stationed here at the time. When Hare marched here on that evening of April 1846, he rested his army here, right under the nose of King Sandile. It was an army comprised of the highly trained British infantry, the well and trained and experienced settlers who were here at the time, the Khoisan snipers, the sharpshooters, and Amavengu auxiliaries. So the army was rested here on that evening. On the following day, then, Hare moved his army on this direction. The plan was to base his army right in the foot of the mighty Matole Mountains. He was up against King Sandile, who was the reigning king of amaXhosa, the section of amaGhaghabe at the time. Sandile was a 26-year-old, unassuming novice. He found himself in a very precarious position. The physical condition of his leg, in which he had an emaciated leg, created an impression of a weak leader with no big gravitas like his older brother, Maqoma, and others. The decision taken by Hare to base his army right under the nose of King Sandile in this village of Mkhubiso in front of me, it was a make or break situation for King Sandile. So what he did, he took a decision not to allow Hare to execute his battle plan. Sandile sat with his generals, advisors, and counselors. They came up with a brilliant military strategy, which was based on the following. One, they were going to make sure that Hare does not execute his military plan. Two, they planned to attack the vulnerabilities of the British Army. Three, it was going to be a surprise ambush, which was aimed at attacking the army off guard. Because they knew that if they had to come face to face with Major General John Hare, they stood no chance of winning against the firepower of the British artillery. So when the army then left and crossed the Keiskamma River, coming to this direction here, where Hare was planning to assemble the Lager, the Kraal, as a military base for his army, King Sandile's men were waiting here. On that following morning, they launched a devastating ambush. The power and the pace of the overwhelming attack, it caught the British Army off guard. They never had a chance to discharge the firepower of the British artillery. On that day, Sandile successfully dismantled the core of the British Army using an element of surprise ambush. It was here on the foot of the Matole Mountains. Major General John Hare resigned and later left this country on board Essex, Indiana. Unfortunately, succumbed to heart attack and was buried in the island of St. Helena. So when we stand here looking at the mighty mountains of Matole, we remember that fateful day where the plan was to dislodge AmaXhosa from this fortress of the Amatole Mountains. Thank you.